I spoke to several drivers who are just describing an unbelievable scene unfolding here on Memorial Drive. I want to show it to you right now. You can see law enforcement is still here collecting a lot of evidence. Robert Mueller's family saying in a statement the 81-year-old died Friday. The president posting this today. I think I'm probably at the loudest point along this marathon course. We're right outside of Wellesley College at around mile 12, mile 13, and you can see plenty of students. The women of Wellesley are out today. Just by looking at this damage, you can tell a very violent and very strong storm came through here. You can see it actually took down this fully grown willow tree, and for size comparison, I'm about 6 feet tall. I was texting with a student. I've been able to speak with her on the phone very briefly, so I wasn't able to record it for an interview for you guys, but she is describing some very tense moments. She told me she actually had to help barricade the room she was in. She was inside of a library on campus. Officials say this explosion happened inside Harvard Medical School's Goldenson building around 2:50 Saturday morning. We came across yet another fire. This is over the Breakheart Reservation in Saugus.
I think because of Marcelo and how he acted towards people is why so many people came out here today to help support Marcelo.
Hundreds of Milford High School students walking out of school Monday, demanding freedom and justice for their classmate Marcelo Gomez da Silva.
He's a student who was learning every other subject like every other student. He's excited about his future like every other student.
The high school junior was detained over the weekend while on his way to volleyball practice.
When I saw all the cops, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
This student, who didn't want to be identified, was with Marcelo when he was detained.
They were just asking for an ID, like documentation. At that point, none of the three of us knew that that we had the right to not say anything.
Marcelo has spent most of his life in Milford, moving here when he was just 5. His girlfriend of almost 2 years says faith is what's helping the community get through this.
This is God's love. Right behind me is God's love. And he loved Marcelo, and Marcelo was God's servant. He always preached the message of love.
Classmates can't understand how someone so positive could have something so negative happen to them.
It's horrible, being taken into the hands of someone who you don't know and potentially leaving the country. I wouldn't wish that on a single person.
For William.
1.
For Thomas.
By.
For Max.
1.
For Brian.
The names of the 18 souls lost in Lewiston, Maine Wednesday night.
Stephen. Lucille.
Read aloud and honored one town over in Lisbon.
I never knew that this would happen in Lewiston. It was just such a heartbreaking thing that it happened.
It's among the first time the community has been able to come together since the shelter-in-place orders were lifted. People in Lewiston also uniting to grieve, all with many unanswered questions.
Why this area? Why this many people? Why in general? I would love to know why this all happened, because it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
While everyone is searching for the motive behind this horrifying mass shooting. Some are turning to prayer.
Father, none of us could have imagined that this was going to happen a few days ago.
For answers.
And God heal us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Nice to see what the pastor had to say and be inclusive of everybody, even if they're not Christian, because we're all here for one reason, to try to heal and move forward and really be there for the victims of these families.
I'm sure he couldn't have conceived it, and we definitely couldn't have conceived it, so.
These 4 letters are the only reason Pauline and Yaba Baker were able to trace back their ancestry to enslaved potter David Drake.
For him to sign those jars in a way that couldn't be erased and knowing he could be killed for it is, to me, his stance against oppression.
He was one of the few literate slaves, writing poetry and signing his pots. 175 years later, 2 of them are on display at the Museum of Fine Arts. And in a historic first-of-its-kind agreement, the MFA is restoring ownership of the works back to the Drake descendants.
What's different here is that it's the first case where we've looked at a work made by an enslaved maker and really made the point that it's the same issue of stolen properties.
The sign jar is on a long-term loan from the family, and the poem jar has been purchased by the museum. It reads, "I made this jar for cash," though it's called lucre trash, likely commentary on Drake's enslavers gaining at his expense. Both works are on display in the museum's Art of the Americas wing.
I was asked, what do you think Dave would say? And I think he would say, God granted him the grace that he asked for in one of his poems, and he's also granted that grace to his family.
Which is made up of engineers, attorneys, business executives, and educators, all viewing this incredible discovery and restored ownership as a delayed blessing for their ancestor.
To think that he went through all these years hoping and praying, because he did ask for God's grace, and now it's come full circle, and we are like recipients of what his hard work went into.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Teresa. Happy birthday to you.
Teresa is turning 99 this year, which is a huge milestone, and she said she wanted to celebrate with some, quote, hunky firefighters.
I was shocked to see all this.
Yeah,
I expected a couple of them to come, not the whole fire department.
Teresa Golas said she wanted a fireman to come out of her cake for her birthday, and the staff at her nursing home in Chelmsford, Massachusetts made it happen.
Birthday, Teresa. We got a t-shirt for you, too.
It's totally in Teresa fashion. She gets a fireman calendar every year for her birthday by her family, and that's what she has up in her room.
Firefighters from 5 different towns came to the party.
We come here quite a bit for medicals and other calls, so it's actually nice to come here to do something on a happier occasion.
But no one was happier or more thankful than Teresa, getting to celebrate another year around the sun, surrounded by some of her favorite hunks.
They're beautiful people, beautiful people. There isn't one of them that's ugly. They're all beautiful people. My firemen are the best in the world, the best. I've never had any trouble with any of them. Very, very nice fellows.
We just received an update from officials here in Providence, Rhode Island about the shooting that happened at Brown University, and we can confirm that one additional person has been injured throughout all of this. They have non-life-threatening injuries. They were hit by some shrapnel that happened during the shooting, but officials say they fled the scene after the shooting happened and went to the hospital by themselves afterwards. So now we have a total of 11 victims, 2 people who passed away, and 9 people who were injured. 8 of those people are critically injured. The MFA has made the historic decision to give ownership of these pots to the descendants of the slave that made them. And I got to sit one-on-one with 2 of the descendants of David Drake to talk about what this means to them.
I'm sure he couldn't have conceived it, and we definitely couldn't have conceived it.
David Drake was a slave forced to work as a potter. Historians are unsure how he learned how to read and write, but these 4 letters carved into his works of art are the only reason genealogists were able to trace Pauline and Yaba Baker's family to the artist.
For him to sign those jars in a way that couldn't be erased, and knowing he could be killed for it, is to me his stance against oppression.
And he didn't just sign his pots, he also wrote poetry on them. This one on display at the MFA reads, "I made this jar for cash," though it's called lucre trash. It's likely commentary on David making the pots, but his enslaver being the one gaining.
As an enslaved person, he didn't have much agency about where they went. He wasn't compensated for them.
Ethan Lasser works for the MFA and says similar agreements have been made for other pieces obtained through a broken chain of ownership.
We've approached this as an ethical matter. For us it was saying, okay, we've set a precedent in these other cases, and we want to make sure that we're applying that rationale to other works in different categories.
The MFA gave the 2 pots to the descendants and then bought one of them back. The other one is on a long-term loan from the family.
God granted him the grace that he asked for in one of his poems, and he's also granted that grace to his family.
Which is made of engineers, attorneys, business executives, and educators, all viewing this incredible discovery and restored ownership as a delayed blessing for their ancestor.
To think that he went through all these years hoping and praying, because he did ask for God's grace, and now it's come full circle, and we are like recipients of what his hard work went into.
You can see the pots for yourself in the Americas wing at the MFA. Millions of people love listening to Shinedown's music, but few are as loyal as Brandon Dumas.
I've been listening to them since, 20 years.
But Brandon being among the thousands of fans at the Xfinity Center for their concert is a small miracle.
I gotta record this. Go ahead, keep going.
Brandon's story begins in December of 2022.
Can you tell me the days of the week? Start with Sunday.
Monday.
When the healthy 30-year-old suffered a life-altering stroke.
It was like instant, and I couldn't say what's happening.
He spent weeks at Mass General on life support, his family unsure if he would live, let alone walk, talk, or be himself again. But when he woke up, his love of Shinedown's music became a constant. Now, 9 months later, he's used it as a driving force to see his favorite band live for the 10th time.
You look incredible. Oh my God.
This time, though, came with a private meeting.
Are you excited?
Yep.
It's their first time seeing each other face to face.
What's up, man?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you, man.
But Shinedown's lead singer Brent Smith has supported Brandon throughout his recovery.
It was another human being seeing another human being needed help.
Their earlier connection made by ICU nurse Emily Rumble, who had a personal contact with the band.
To have a connection with Brandon, to see how well he's doing, it's just like food for the nurse's soul.
Brent sent a heartfelt video and made a generous donation to his GoFundMe.
I've said this to people my entire life, that music is medicine.
A prescription.
Sing it with me?
I can try.
Okay.
That could lead to a cure. From singing with his idol backstage, to joining in with his friends, family, and the nurse who helped save his life in the crowd. For song after song after song. Brandon's love of Shinedown is clear. And this may be Brandon's 10th time seeing the band, but this time is the most memorable.
That was awesome.
Danae Bucci, WCVB News Center 5.